once again. I think everybody on this podcast, when we previewed the NC State game, said Florida State was going to lose this game, and most certainly they did. Florida State loses 38-22 to Bailey Hawkman and the NC State Wolfpack. Wow, wow, wow. Here we are, guys. Raw reactions. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, and 4. D-Lou, start us off. What we got?
Yeah, I mean, same shit, different day, pretty much. Outside of a couple late touchdown passes by Chuba Purdy, which congrats to him for the first touchdown pass of his career. But it it was pretty bad. I mean, the defensive effort, pretty much the same thing that we've seen throughout the season. I thought on offense, the play calling was kind of suspect tonight for the most part, and then the offensive line. I mean, without Devontae Love Taylor, you could tell Chuba Purdy he wasn't comfortable all night. So I mean, it was about what we expected and how we talked about it in the preview coming into this game. But I mean, three straight losses for Florida State, and not a lot of positives to take away from this game other than those late throws from Chuba. So yeah.
Los, give it to me.
Is I mean, it's not much to say. I mean, there's really not much to say. I mean, like Delu said, this usual suspects on defense played. Asante played good defense. Besides that bad call, I mean, he just played. I mean, just wasn't playing sound football and that pass interference. I mean, other than that, he played typical his football. I mean, you had our linebackers. I mean, Rice made a couple plays here and there. He played well against the run. Uh, Amari played like Amari. I mean, he missed a couple tackles tonight he should have made. I mean, he was around the ball a lot, but he missed a couple there. I mean, having Nasruddin back, his presence was decent. I mean, just having him back on the field was good. But I mean, Delu summed it up. It was what we anticipated for it to look like. I mean, we anticipated it to be that. I mean, surprising with the quarterback change, but I mean, you just took reps from Chuba that he ended up getting back later in the game anyways. Like D. Lou said, he came down with some nice throws and making time in the pocket and moving with his legs. I mean, he showed some flashes of what we can look forward to in the next couple games and him getting some real good experience down the road. But other than that, I mean, like D. Lou said, it looked just like we thought they were going to look.
Nate,
What's
what
up,
up?
man?
What up? What up? What up?
Uh, uh, um, I,
Give it to
I,
me.
I agree. I agree with them. The offensive play calling in the first half was really bad. Um, I think they created a lot of issues with the lack of creativity with the Wildcat offense. I understand the premise behind it, but you became very one dimensional and predictable. I still don't understand why Webb's not getting 20 touches a game. I just still question that
Yep.
as an offense when you are struggling to move the ball on a consistent basis. Why you don't put your hardest runner out there, a guy who just does not go down on first contact. I thought the defense continues to, combination of why you play so far off and continue to play with bad technique and bad leverage in the back end. I thought that Rice played a good game, especially in the run game. I think Nas was a shot in the arm, especially early. He was very active. Um, I like what I saw from a couple of the younger guys from Sidney Williams. He got a lot of playing time. Um, but as Carlos and Dustin said, it's the same stuff. Missed tackles, missed assignments, linebacker coverage really bad, not dropping deep enough. They continue to get exposed in the middle. I like what I saw from Chuba. I thought that he battled through some stuff with the offensive line. I think you have to give him some credit with them playing pretty much their third team offensive line. I think that granted, some of it was garbage time, but he still competed until the end. And I think he learned from last week. Last week he was fading in the pocket a lot, but he was stepping up more, taking those running lanes and taking what the defense gave him. So I think there's a little bit to build off of. But at the same time, going into next week, um, not looking great.
Florida State loses 38-22. We saw a little bit of Tate Roadmaker and Chubba Purdy during this game. ACC Network, as usual, I have not a lot of respect for them. We never got an update on why Chubba Purdy wasn't in the game heading into the second half, even into the second quarter. We had no update from them. That's the regular ACC Network for you. But obviously, like Nate said, I think on my take, why does Florida State have to wait so long to see LaDamian Webb? Why is that even like a thing that's happening right in front of our eyes? This guy by far is the best running back on the team, and to throw something towards Norvell, this is the number one thing that I think I'm having a problem with him is that why is Webb not getting enough playing time right off the bat at the early parts of the game? That is your best running back in Florida State right now as a program. That is the best running back. Carlos, do you agree with me? Do you agree with me?
Nate, can I ask you a question?
Here we go.
Nate, can I ask you a question?
This is the night where we all agree on a lot of things. What are we doing?
Can I ask you a question? What kind of offense is Norvell running?
I think right now he's doing a glorified spring practice. I think that he's using these next 4 games to see what works moving forward. I don't really think he's playing for anything building upon the offense. I don't really think that he's, him and Dillingham are necessarily creatively play calling in order to continue to build on, whether it's a motion that, turns into something later in the game. I don't really think we're seeing that. I think he's just really seeing what this team is about, knowing that this.
What kind of system are we in? What kind of system are we in?
Do you want me to break down his offense for you?
No, what I'm saying, though, are we in the system that you should, like, to answer a little question, like, you're gonna know because you've been breaking down this guy since he's like you've been in and out the coach and his system since you've been hired. So when I say let me ask you a question though, because you're gonna answer it better than me. I'm gonna come from a player standpoint because I want the ball. You're going to be able to answer because we're not in a system where the back is going to touch the ball 20 times. He's going to touch it 20 times, but in more creative ways than just getting the ball.
I think that Norvell's offense is heavily predicated on the run. He's a power. Traditionally, we have not seen that, which is really confusing for me. Coming in, when you see what he's done at Memphis, at Arizona State, at Pitt, it is a run first offense, which I think some of it goes into, the life cycle of the team, so to speak, with you don't have everything you need in order to be a power run team. It starts up front.
Whoa.
Nate,
you don't believe in that, Nate. You don't believe in that,
I don't think
Nate.
I think losing a Jordan Wilson, the tight end from UCLA, I think he doesn't have the tight ends that he traditionally wants to use for his offense.
How many rushing yards against Louisville, Nate?
I think 254.
Without that tight end.
Yeah.
We can run the ball. How many yards Webb had? We can run the ball. I just honestly, to answer that question, Logan, I don't think Norvell believes in our running ability. Even though we've proven to run the ball, I think he wants to build our young quarterbacks or whoever's going to be the next in the helm, the confidence of being in that pocket, to be honest with you. I don't think he wants to run it. Because if he wanted to, we got 3-4 backs that can carry the football. We see 9. We see him 22. He's a decent guy. He got great vision. I've seen that tonight.
Lois,
he didn't get enough touches.
Let me ask you a question.
All right. I do want to bring up too when we get to it because I know everybody asked him a question. But I want to talk about where was 9 tonight. Where was Baby 9? Where was Baby 9? Never saw him. Never saw him. But go, Nate, ask the question. Go ahead.
So you're pretty much saying that he's not coaching to win.
No. I think he's coaching to feel what I know he's going to be here. Let's put it out. I'm not saying he's not going to be here. What I'm saying is I think in order for him, I think he's seen how this is going to play out. Guys sitting out, guys leaving, the way guys are leaving. I think he's trying to see, man, I'm coaching the guys that want to be here. And I have to coach these guys accordingly. I can't go out You get what I'm saying?
I agree with that. That's why I said that. I think he's using these games now as a glorified spring. I think he's just throwing everything out there to see what he's got.
So you don't run
At
the
the
ball?
same at the same time, I think, to help your young quarterback, you got to balance it out and you have to run the ball.
You have to.
And,
But like to answer your question, Logan, we can't answer it. But me and Nate basically said we can't answer it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's coaching to figure out what he has next. I mean, all your running backs are coming back. All your quarterbacks are coming back. Most of your line is coming back. Most of your team is coming back. So I mean, I guess he's trying to figure out who's going to be taking those major reps going into quote unquote bowl season, early spring, whatnot. Like who's going to be in his head guys going in, his unity council, or his leaders of different position groups. I don't. Who knows? Maybe he's trying to find his guys, and maybe this may be his way. But that has no excuse of not running the football when you have guys that could be showing you other things on film.
Before we go to defense, let's talk one last thing. Ontario Wilson, it seemed like to me, I was talking about it when I was watching with my boy over here, Caleb. Only person at wide receiver was Ontario Wilson tonight. I mean, obviously you see a late time great grab from Warren Thompson. But other than that, there's no other wide receiver on the field. There's no other wide receiver on the field but Ontario Wilson. There isn't at all. I mean, we're being honest. Ontario Wilson goes for 7 receptions for 117 yards, averaging 16.7 yards per catch. Obviously, a career game for him. Congrats, but still, there was no other wide receiver on the field, so he's going to get much of the production. But, Florida State's offense was really struggling to kind of keep a drive going. Obviously, you get some late-time touchdowns. The game was it was over in our eyes at halftime. And that's just how it goes. That's how it goes. But you saw some fight. But last thoughts on offense, and we'll move to defense, and then we'll give final thoughts. But offense, final thoughts.
Real quick, I think that it opened up a little bit when they started taking even if it was 1 or 2, 3 shots down the field, which they didn't do in the first half. So, the first play out of the half, Wilson just barely steps out, which is what we talked about. They got to be able to get the ball downfield to open it up to take some pressure.
And
I think they did that a little bit.
Sorry, and good for Wilson. He caught balls that were coming to him. There was one play where he almost had a first down. His foot dragged offside, but good for him. I mean,
How many years does Thompson have left?
Do you want me to comment on that?
How many years do you have left? Like, just can his years just run out? Because, like, bro, you got 4 catches on the season. You got 4 drops in the game. Like, and you still getting reps. And you're still getting reps. 9 didn't touch the field tonight. I'd have put 9 in the slot. Throw him a couple bubbles. Give him a jet sweep. Something.
Did anybody see him on the sideline? Dustin, did you see him on the sideline? Baby 9?
I thought I remember him getting a rep, but I don't think he didn't get a touch.
Did he was he?
Maybe it was on special teams, but I remember seeing him or hearing the announcer say his name or something.
So no, if he was actually good to go, we don't know how fully healthy. I feel like this is how this whole season is. Nobody's actually 100%. We don't ever know that. But if 9 was on the field, that means that he's ready to play. He's good to go. If he's actually good to go and he only saw a few reps, because I don't really remember seeing him on the field. If that's the case, I have no words. I have no words. 8 and 9 are the best backs. No more comment. I'm gonna say some stupid things because we have this is whiskey in here. This is whiskey in here. I'm gonna say some stupid things.
No, it's not. No, it's not that. Don't get me wrong.
But Los, you know that 9, Los, you know that 9 is the future. You know 9
touches. Zero's gonna get touches.
I know
Zero
that.
is going to get touches.
But who's your best running back? Who is your best running back?
8, 9, then a 0. But can I ask y'all a question though? Can I ask y'all a question though?
You get 2 more
How is
questions.
9 practice? No. How does 9 practice? How does 9 practice? How does he practice?
Here's the deal. I don't give a damn how he practices. During games, he fucking shows up.
You're done. You finna jump in the same pool with Nate, not talking about what the fuck you don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about.
I mean,
how
Corbin.
you practice is how you play. If he can't practice well, then he can't play. Obviously, 0 know what he's doing on the practice field.
Okay.
He doesn't make missing assignments. But 9 may be screwing up on the practice field. You don't know that.
Slow.
Okay, so if 9,
Hey, Nate.
you love Baby 9. Now you don't. No, don't go against Baby 9.
Yes, I love 9.
So he might not be fully
excuses.
healthy. He might not be fully healthy. He's a little
I
baby.
don't make excuses.
Which is it, man?
I don't make excuses.
You do
If
that.
you don't practice well, you don't play well, Nate. You know that. Don't act crazy.
But what about during the game? Baby 9's making some good plays.
Bro, if you haven't practiced all week well, I'm not trusting you in the game when I'm calling that shit. I'm not. You know that. What are you talking about, Logan?
Here's my one thought on practice this year. Florida State had no camp. Okay, they had no spring. So
maybe he didn't fit the game plan, like Amari didn't for 3 weeks.
We talked about that. Oh no. All right, go Nate. Go Nate.
Who's gonna practice better? A freshman just out of high school, or a guy that's been through the ringer 2 to 3 times?
They're both in the new system. One guy coming from Texas A&M. Know what I'm saying? It doesn't.
One guy knows how to practice.
An excuse.
Practice. It's not an excuse.
Practice, Nate. The man put his jaws on the same way. Didn't put his jaws on.
I don't.
Don't miss assignments. Don't miss pass pro.
I
don't
have to
fumble,
flip my underwear
make
twice
the right
before I put
reads.
them on. And then I put both legs on at the same time. So I guarantee there's someone that doesn't do my underwear at the same time.
Hey.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to defense. We're gonna harp on this on the next podcast on Thursday night. We've got this defense. Is Adam Fuller done? Is that it? Is Adam Fuller done?
Can I ask y'all a question? Who is that?
You have one left. This is it. This is one left.
Yeah.
You have one left.
Who is that?
Defensive coordinator.
I know what it is. My point, because he's non-existent. He's been calling nothing all season. That's why I don't know who he is. Because he don't be calling nothing all season. We call nothing. We call 0, and our linebackers blitz, they get 0 pressure.
Y'all, you're being way too nice tonight.
They get 0 pressure. Like
I should just tell you.
Robinson made a tackle on accident tonight.
Mm-hmm.
He rolled into a tackle on 4th down.
Stop.
Wow.
Stop.
And it wasn't even his play to make. Cooper made the play.
Yeah.
He rolled into a tackle on 4th and 1. That sorry bastard.
Okay. Here's the deal. Because we got to talk about defense for a second. That's about all she wrote for Fuller.
Play some crickets,
I mean,
dude.
I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all she wrote. I mean, as it should be. But that has to be all she wrote. Is that it? Am I wrong though? Is that all she wrote? You think Norvell's done with it? We've already heard. We talked about it in Discord. You would have known about it about 4 days ago. Already contacting representatives of a potential defensive coordinator. We've talked about that. But Bailey Hawkman, once again, we talked about it in the preview, and I said it. Florida State's defense makes an average quarterback go on a Heisman run against Florida State. They look like Bailey Hawkman looked like he could go for Heisman tonight, which is so sad. I mean, it's pitiful.
4 touchdowns.
It's pitiful. It is absolutely. I mean, it looks
Every
like high school. It looks like
that-
high school football. Let's be honest. It does look like high school football defense. Let's be honest.
Every quarterback that had committed to Florida State or played at Florida State played against us this year and had Heisman days.
This is the worst defense. I mean, Lois, tell me right now. Is this the worst defense that you've seen?
Oh, we're pretty trash. We're pretty trash.
This is the worst Florida State team I've seen in my entire life.
But defense, right on defense.
Ooh.
No. Wait, we're not going to argument mode. No.
What do you mean? Ooh, they're 2-6.
2-6.
This is pretty bad. Yeah, this is
Last time a
bad.
Florida State team was 2-6,
saying.
Nate wasn't alive.
Yes.
All right, but straight on defense though. Give me your
He's
take,
kinda old.
Nate. Give me your take on the defense right now. Go ahead.
Well, I think that we're getting to the point where it'd be a colossal mistake to bring him back, because it's clear that schematically it's not working. The players aren't responding to him. There's just nothing else can be said. I think that we're getting to the point where call it what it is. He brought him in with familiarity with his 1 year at Memphis. Has not worked out. If Norvell is that coach that he is rumored to be in terms of his ability to adjust and make good hires, chalk this one up for a loss and find someone else, because it just, in my opinion, it's a combination of just a scheme, it's players, and it's just they ain't vibing. It's clear.
Yeah, you pretty much nailed it. I mean, it's just not working. Coming into this year, we had hopes that this staff would be able to get this defense to produce, and I mean, it's just gone completely backwards on pretty much all fronts. So at this point, you're right at that margin where it's time to move on from Adam Fuller, and it doesn't surprise me that Florida State was vetting a candidate earlier this week. They're preparing for that time, and I think it's smart that they're getting that process going now instead of waiting until January.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think it's smart to do it early on.
Sorry.
Having Gant.
Real quick.
I want to talk about
Real
that
quick.
play. Yeah.
Real quick. The fact that this defense is making someone like Amari Gaynor sit out, that this defense is making someone like Travis Jay look pedestrian, I just can't accept it.
Yep. Having Gant, having Brandon Gant, your safety, which NC State scored. I think that was the 20. Well, that's where he scored 21. Having Gant, middle of the end zone, I think, and an easy slant for a touchdown. I have no comment on that. I have no comment because I'll be canceled tonight, Carlos. I'll be canceled tonight. I will be canceled.
DBs were 12 yards off on 3rd and 6 every time.
That's been the case since the third week, since we've seen.
They just ran slant.
We've seen this since the third week of Adam Fuller running this defense. If people on my couch, I'm able to call that while drinking alcohol for a good amount of this game, can call that. Wait, I pointed at you, Caleb. I said, hey, watch Brandon Gant right here. He's way off his guy. Right. Boom, slant, touchdown. I mean, what? I mean, that's how. I mean, I'm probably talking for 99% of Florida State fans. They're in the same boat. They're tired of it. That is pathetic. That is BS. Pathetic. That's sad. I mean, that's sad. I have no comment. I don't want to say anything more because I will no longer. We won't have a Periscope.
Sounds like you had a long comment, actually.
No, I have a lot more to say, but that's.
I just think this scheme is neutered some of these players'
I
ability.
feel like that's a high school thing that you figure out doing, though.
It's so like the coach has to put the players in a position to want to play, and obviously he's not able to do that. He's not able to motivate these guys to want these guys to go play. And as a defensive coach, that's what you got to be able to do. Offensively, you got to be creative. Defensively, you got to be able to motivate to go run into somebody 100 times. Like, no, I'm saying a 60-minute period. Like, if you can't get somebody to motivate to go play in your system, then they're not going to perform well, and this showed all season.
Florida State's third down defense is atrocious. Amari Gaynor leads. I was surprised it was either between Gaynor and Rice, but Gaynor gets the lead on this per ESPN. He leads the team in tackles, and it's Rice. And then Sidney Williams.
How many did Nas have?
Hamza had 4.
I think he had the first 3 tackles and first 3 plays.
He did. And it's good having Hamza back. We talked about it in the back cave, but I told him, I said everybody expect him to be rusty.
I think you have to give him some props for gutting it up and playing.
Jerry and Jones, comments on Jerry and Jones tonight.
Whoa. Let me get this one. Look, like I told y'all early in the season, I've always said it. He's a what guy? He's a slot guy.
Yep.
He's a decent sized nickel.
Yep.
He's not too big. He's not small. He reminds me a lot of Tyler Hunter. Tyler Hunter wasn't huge. He wasn't small, but he was a great nickel corner.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what he was going to excel at. He played great on the inside at Mississippi State. He should have came over here and did the same thing. They tried to transform him into an island guy. He's not a Sante.
He's not.
He's not. He's not a Sante.
He's a nickel safety, in my opinion.
Yeah, like he put him in this. Let him make tackles in the box. I mean,
and they're missing.
I mean, make him compete with Woodby.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what Woodby's doing right now, sitting in the box and making plays that way. I'll make him compete with Woodby. I think he's a better cover guy, anyways.
Dotson.
I mean, but he's not an island guy. Put young Nine out there. What, Dotson? Put him out there. Let him.
He's hurt.
I mean, oh goodness.
That's how it's been for a good while.
I think some of that's been, delayed because of all the injuries.
Stop.
It just hurt.
Stop.
Nate, don't explain, Nate. It's
Stop
hurt, Nate.
smiling.
Don't explain, please. Like, don't just keep slicing the wound, dog. Like, every time you know what's funny though about this team? It's not funny. What's sad about this team is that every time we have these podcasts and we go in, we talk about the real, we always like, know what, but, and you try to get that little gleam of hope in there. It's like, know what, fuck it. It's not even there. Because they don't give you one. They don't. You can talk about Chuba throwing late touchdowns, but it's like, man, can we really just is that really a positive?
That's all we got.
NC State probably was like, man, I want to get off the field, bro. I want to go home. Like, I want to go home. It's cold. It's pandemic.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's a positive in that he didn't, that side of the ball didn't necessarily quit. They kept playing, right?
Like,
Which
boys
is what we said
already
after
got
Notre
that
Dame.
stadium. No fans. It's cold. I want to go home. We playing late on ESPN for what? They're 2-6.
ACC Network, baby.
Prime time?
ACC Network, baby.
Why do we get prime time?
ACC Network, baby. Let's look at it. To finish this off, Florida State will go on to face. Hey, let's go through it. Florida State versus Louisville, 16-48. Florida State versus Pittsburgh, 41-70. Stop.
Great pronunciation.
Lowe, stop smiling. You're making me laugh. Stop. Florida State versus NC State, 22-38. It didn't really feel like 22-38. It felt like more like a 14-38 to me. And guess what? Who's next? Florida State versus Clemson at home, number 4 in the country.
Pissed off Clemson.
Stop laughing, Lowe. Stop smiling
Bro,
like that.
what do you mean, bro? Y'all want the real? Y'all want the real? I'm in such like, what the fuck? Because we're gonna play Clemson. We just lost to NC State. NC State scored 38 points on us. Trevor Lawrence is coming back. Hockman had a
Heisman night.
Stellar day. Stellar day. Even if Lawrence doesn't play, we get DJ Super. I can't even pronounce his last name.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we get the fly Hawaiian, he's gonna score a lot of points on us, man. It doesn't matter.
Hey,
It does not matter.
I'm setting the over under in the first half at 56. Okay.
Stop it right now.
No.
56-0.
Bro, what are you talking about? D-Lou, be real.
I am.
Okay. We scored 63 in Death Valley. They're going to score a lot more than 63.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to score 56 in the first half.
Yeah, guaranteed.
And then we'll see what happens. Because
Dabo's son's going to be getting hella carries.
I mean, they have a point to prove now. They got a loss. They got.
I'm telling you, Dabo's son is going to be out there rushing for 100.
Dabo always runs it up against Florida State too.
Oh no, he wants to.
every
Oh
time.
yeah.
He doesn't care.
He's going to give it to us. You know what? When we beat them at home, when Nick Wasom intercepted that ball in 2012 and we beat them at home, that really sucked. He really hated that one. I think that he hated that one. Then we came to Clemson that next year and really stomped them. Ooh, he really was pissed. So I think every time he sees us, he just want to give it to us solid. And then we beat him in overtime the very next year.
I was about to say, what about 14 when you took his heart out, Lowe?
Yeah, he's salty. Yeah. That Dabo, we got a couple. We got.
Can't forget about that one.
Yeah, he got a lifelong vendetta against us. We're gonna get that sauce for a long time.
So
what's the early score prediction for that? Anybody want to know?
77-3.
What'd you say?
77-3.
We score a field goal? Y'all think we get a field goal?
Yeah, garbage time field goal.
Oh, y'all on that other shit.
How are we gonna hit a
Nate, what do you
field
want to say to the Miami fans that are in our fucking YouTube because you said that we're gonna beat them by 80-3?
goal? Someone say that in the comments.
Oh yeah, it's nonstop. They say they want to have
Yeah.
Nate on. Here we are. They want to have you on the Mark Rogers. You should come on the Mark Rogers show this week.
I'll come on.
All right.
I
Wednesday
don't give a
night.
shit.
Wednesday night at 6 o'clock.
I'll still talk shit. I don't care if Florida State's 1-400 and Miami's 400-0.
1 in
Florida State's
400.
never gonna beat. I'll never predict them to lose to Miami or Florida. I told you guys that. Even a Miami fan that has some common sense wouldn't think that they would be playing as good as they are because it's fucking Miami. Fuck Miami. Manny Diaz is a garbage coach. He's got a
We're talking about Miami now.
he's got a 1 year, maybe hope if he needs a 2 year De'Aaron King. Fuck Miami. Okay?
You know, can I make you feel better, Nate? No matter what
I feel
Miami
great.
does, they won't play in the ACC championship because
Yeah.
they
Oh,
play
no,
on the
they're
same
gonna
side
lose
of the
2
conference as Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Hey,
Toodaloo,
boys,
motherfuckers. They get pissed on.
boys. I
love it. They get pissed on. I love it. I really love it.
So
I
everyone
want
on
them to
YouTube,
win out. I want
yeah,
them to win
everyone on
every
YouTube
game.
comments.
I want
fuck
them to win
Miami.
every game because no matter what happens, Notre Dame is going to play on that side of the conference for the championship. It doesn't matter.
I really need Miami to win out and then go play Texas A&M, and so Jimbo can put 45 on them.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Because Jimbo wants to put it on Miami every time.
Here,
Every
all right.
time.
We
Every
got to
time.
get final thoughts. We're talking. I hate this. We are talking about.
My final thoughts are fuck Miami. That's my final thought. Okay. The season is over. There's now there's 12 quarters left. 12 quarters left in 2020. This team's not going to a bowl game. Let's call it what it is. There's 3 more games left.
They might.
No, they're not going to a fucking bowl game.
Why not? Someone might be
Because
stupid enough to invite them.
No.
If you haven't subscribed
No.
to this podcast, I don't know.
I get some revenue.
There is no other I said it last week. There's no other content like this.
This is
You don't
great.
need
There's
six.
no
You don't
other
need
content.
6 wins to make a
Hey,
bowl this year. I'm just saying.
Listen, as much as Florida State needs that extra practice, if you read every single bowl projection, no one's picking fucking Florida State to go to a bowl game.
Can I
12 more
ask you a
quarters
question?
left.
Can I ask you a question,
Oh,
Nate?
God, here we go.
not
If
yet,
we
not yet.
get
I'm not
invited
done.
to
I'm
a
not done.
bowl game, will you give me my
Decline
10
it.
push-up?
10 push-ups.
Decline
You
it.
need to do your 10 right now. Nate, do the 10 right now. Let's say you do the 10 put. No, do it right now. 10
You
push-ups.
got back spasm.
Nah, I don't know.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If Miami goes to or if Florida State goes to a bowl game, we'll make some kind of bet.
24 hours. You're going to be on a 24-hour live. We still have to do a 24-hour live stream.
Yeah, I was about to say the one that we were supposed to do 2 months ago.
No, our Patrons. We said as long as we have 200 patrons, we'll do a 24-hour live stream. So you're gonna be on
24-hour live stream? You're
24
going to be on for
hours.
24 hours?
24
Yes.
hours.
I'm not doing that shit. You're dumb as fuck.
Yeah, bro. Like, my wife and kids won't let me do that for 24 hours. What are you talking about?
Lois is whip, and Dustin's all right. Dustin, give me your last thoughts on tonight.
We suck again, man. That's the last thoughts, man. What are you
Again, it's
talking
been
about?
all
That's it.
season.
I mean, we sucked when Taggart was here, so we suck again. Like it's just another season of us sucking. We just suck a little bit worse. Like we were 2-6. We had more wins with Taggart.
Final thoughts.
Something to think about.
Can't wait. I can't wait for it to be over. I'm glad I have a funeral to go to next Saturday, and I won't be able to watch the game.
Oh my
Oh
god!
wow!
Oh my!
Wow, bro, that's cold. That's cold. Pay your respects, huh?
Oh, I am. Gonna be a
Okay.
funeral in Tallahassee too.
Okay, we have to end this. We have to end it.
Yeah, this supposed to be 15 minutes, dumbass.
Okay.
We're gonna call it death and dope.
Get back to ironing. Anyways, thank you so
Okay,
much.
dope.
Were you
Death
ironing
and dope.
jeans? Were you ironing your jeans?
Oh, he's
I
ironing his
iron
underwear.
You iron jeans?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Why,
Yeah.
why do you not?
Yeah, that, no,
They're
no, it's
about to
good,
argue
Nate.
about
It's good.
jeans. Here
You're
we
good,
go.
Nate. You're good. You're good.
No,
You-
hey, Carlos, it's
You're
called
good.
swag.
No,
It's
you're
called
Nate.
being
You're good.
It's called being
Nate,
presentable.
you're Nate. You're good.
Okay,
You're good.
man. I'll teach you some things, Carlos. Okay, you know, you probably grab a shirt. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, I could wear it another day.
What is?
You
Oh,
know?
spare Nate. Come on now, spare me.
Don't do
Hey.
You're
that.
ironing your jeans.
We're about to end this. We got to get out of here before it gets ugly. Thank you guys so much for listening. Florida State loses to NC State. Everybody went 4-0. Everybody predicted Florida State to lose this game. So Florida State loses 38-22. Thank you guys so much for listening. As always, you can listen on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified every time we release a new episode. We appreciate all the new listeners that are jumping in. Make sure you guys go check out Girls on Game Day. They're doing a great job over there on their side of things. But over here, we are reacting to Florida State's that's about it. Thank you guys so much for listening. Enjoy y'all's rest of the weekend. Go Steelers. And see you guys next week for our preview for Florida State versus number 4 Clemson at Tallahassee. See you guys.